All right, here we go. So a couple months ago, when we were all locked down for the quarantine initially, um, I did a quick little video, or two videos actually, because stuck at home, couldn't do much, and I decided to go through some of my closets and see what I had going on in there. And what happened was I started pulling out some old boxes that had a lot of comic books in them, a lot of comic books, a lot of old toys, stuff that I had, kind of tucked away that I didn't really, pay attention to over the years. So in doing that, it was kind of fun. So it was kind of unboxing my life, as I called it, and it was cool because I found some really neat things that I haven't seen in a long time, and some brought back some really good memories. But then also, as I started digging through the comic books, I realized I had some pretty valuable books that I didn't even realize were valuable at the time. I was a big time collector back in the day. Got away from it, of course, wife, family, kid. So, didn't really get into it. And even when I was into it, I wasn't really collecting for any other reason, just the fact that I liked comic books. So, doing the research while I was doing this, I found out that a lot of the books, like I said, were valuable, and some of the toys I have were valuable, and it kind of opened my eyes to what the market is right now. So, one of the cool things, and actually one of the stunning things that hit me during this whole thing was that first appearances are kind of is debatable, I guess, for comic characters. I had at one time, a long time ago, a book, Hulk 180. I sold to a friend a long time ago. Didn't realize that that was considered the first appearance of Wolverine. But then some people said 181 is the first appearance of Wolverine. Either way, I don't have the book anymore, and now it's worth a lot of money. So it turns out some of these first appearances, these cameos, these quick shots, they hold value for people that are collecting comic books. Then I come to find out, there's a book called Marvel Previews that I used to get all the time. And I used to get Marvel Previews simply because I liked it. I mean, I liked it to take a look at what's coming out. These are books that are going to be coming out. See the artists, the writers. They had some cool covers. The really the really cool thing about Marvel Previews, I thought, was that in one little book you got a lot of really good art, and it got you excited for what's coming up next. It got you ready for the next big event that Marvel had going on, and I liked it. But then again, I'm a guy that likes trailers. I like to sit and watch trailers before the movie starts. I don't like to miss them. I like to get to the movie theater early so that I can see them. So I do like previews, I like to see what's coming. It gets me excited for what's to come. So all that being said, all that being said, turns out that Marvel Previews 95, which I'm sure anybody that's watching this video knows, that's in the comic books, was is considered the first appearance of Miles Morales. It's debatable once again, but the truth is, I mean, it's a printed publication with him on it, that was sold at comic stores, that is in comic book form, comic book size, can be bagged, can be boarded, the whole nine yards. So a lot of people out there are grabbing it, just paying big money for it. I got nothing against that. So it got me thinking, what other characters first appeared, in Marvel Previews. And of course, doing some research and listening to some of the folks out there, some really good, some websites. I'm sorry, YouTube channels. There's a lot. There's some old school ones like, the first appearance of Harley Quinn, first appearance of Ninja Turtles, were all done in previews in different magazines. So getting to the point of this whole video is that I have a box of Marvel previews. I actually have two boxes of Marvel previews that I found when I was doing my search. And, I kept these books because, like I said, I like them. In fact, there's one issue, which I'll find maybe on the next video, that was the cover of it had Star Wars on it. And Star Wars, for the first time, well, not first time, Star Wars had returned to Marvel since they were purchased by Disney after a long time. I mean, I used to buy Marvel Comics version of Star Wars back in the 70s and the 80s. It was great. And then went to Dark Horse, and now it's back to Marvel. And they had a cover that's had a great cover, and I'll find it someday and I'll post it, that said, welcome home. I thought it was a great cover. Even though it was a cover for the upcoming issue, it just had a really nice vibe to it with the lettering on it. It was just really cool. So anyway, so I have this box. I have two boxes of Marvel Comics previews, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through some of the books in there. Now I'm going to take the book out. I'm going to go through it page by page, and we're going to look at it together and see if maybe there's another first appearance or something, of interest in the book, in the previews. Like I said, we know that there's a issue with X-23. We know there is a Shuri issue. We know that there is, of course, the Miles Morales. So, what other issues of previews out there might have some valuable first appearances in them? You know, I mean, I've got a lot in here, so I don't know. We're gonna find out together. So, this book right here, I found in the other box, and it has, of course, on the cover you see it has the Young Avengers, a really hot team. Going forward, might be part of the Marvel MCU. Who knows? But I have this one. So, later on I'll go and find out if this is even, something that someone's looking for, if it's worth something. But this is just an example of something that I found. So I'm gonna put this one to the side. Okay. Now, this box here, I didn't go through it. I didn't go through all the books and anything like that. So, I'm gonna do this with you. At the same time, we're gonna go through the books, go through them page by page. I'm just going through one book at a time. So I'll do one video here. I'll do a book, see what we think about it. If anybody, comes back and tells me they want to see more, I'll pull out some more books and we'll go through it together. I'm not in any big hurry to go to get rid of any of these books, so they're not going anyplace. So if you tell me you want to see more videos, or if you think of a preview magazine that you're looking for, I'll see if I got it. But this is a start. Let's see what happens, and we'll go from there. Okay. All right. So like I said, I knew there were previews in here, but I said I didn't go through them book by book. So let's pick one to go through today. We're gonna go with this one. Okay. Alrighty. So here we have, Marvel Previews, number 6, January for March of 2013. All right, cool. Let's take a peek through here and see what we got. So at this time, let's change this here. Age of Ultron was a thing. And see, this is one of the reasons why I like Marvel Previews. That is just nice art right there. That's really good looking art. And the good thing is that sometimes you get to see some of the variant covers, and kind of let you know what's coming out beforehand. And you can see it in print, not just on a computer screen. And look at that. Wow, this pretty much is a preview of Age of Ultron. That's pretty awesome. That was really cool. All right. Guardians of the Galaxy. See some good concept art in there. Some sketches. See more preview art from the books. That's what I'm saying. I mean, I can't see how anybody could bang on these books saying they're not cool. Now, I mean, obviously, I didn't keep these books in any kind of great condition. So if I do have them or anything valuable, they're probably not going to be great condition. I mean, some might be, but I didn't really consider them at the time. I was just getting them because I thought they were cool. And that, unfortunately, goes with most of my comic books. So I don't have a lot of great, what you would see 9.8 comic books there, but I have some really good books that I found. Now I'm just going to go through the pages, flip through. You guys take a look. You see what's in there. And like I said, you can check back and see, well, here's something that's kind of interesting. There's the Young Avengers, the second series. And there's America, Miss America right there. But I know it's not her first appearance. She appeared much sooner than that. Some good stuff there. Red She-Hulk. What is this? Looks like Morbius. Fantastic Four. That's when they did the FF with She-Hulk and Ant-Man. I think She-Thing or Miss Thing, they called her. Yeah, see some really good art there. And, that's what I'm saying. These books were cool. These books are still cool. I mean, they still obviously publish them, but, pick them up when you go to the bookstore. I mean, it doesn't hurt, They're good books. Defenders. There's some nice Campbell artwork there. A versus X. Thunderbolts. All right, let's see what we got going on here. Avengers Spider-Man. There's a classic cover right there. We all know that Disney Plus is getting Hawkeye with Kate Bishop. There's old Ultimate Comics there with Miles. Not the Marvel preview book I want with Miles, but hey. So far flipping through here, Dexter. I didn't remember Dexter even had a comic book. That's surprising. I was never a big Dexter fan, but I didn't realize they had a Dexter comic. Dark Avengers. Phineas and Ferb. Wow. This is when Disney started ramping it up in Marvel. Now here's something interesting. So Extermination. So when they had these big events, they kind of gave you a breakdown of what was going on. Or they do give you a breakdown, I should say. Keep it as if it's not being published anymore. It's just that so many people go digitally that, like I said, we're missing picking up these books. But that's really, really nice. So far I haven't seen anything that would jump out at me as being somebody's first appearance that, that might ring a bell. That's a nice little cover there. But like I said, this is for information purpose only. So if you see something, or if I see something, I will definitely yell it out. Okay, so the back of the book obviously is going to be more of the trade paperbacks, which aren't going to be any first appearances at all. They're just going to let you know what's coming out, some graphic novels, some hardcovers, stuff like that. So not a whole lot. I mean, these were cool to kind of let you know. Well, that's the funny thing. If there's a series that was out and you weren't picking it up, you go to this Marvel preview in the back, and all of a sudden you see the whole event is going to be put into a trade paperback. So maybe you would just wait and buy the whole trade paperback instead of buying each individual issue. Kind of gives you a good heads up. So I'm just making my case for Marvel previews being a good pickup for anybody. All right, and let's start coming to the end of the book. All right, so didn't really see anything in here that really jumped out at me. Like I said, maybe somebody out there is viewing this and they might, say, "Oh my gosh, stop this page and look at that." I didn't really see anything that jumped out, but oh, that's interesting. Look at that. Looks like Milgram art with Groot. That's pretty cool. So, all right. All right, so that's the end of that. So, all right, so what I'm going to do is that's one down. That's one Marvel preview down. So I will grab another one and do another video, and, in a couple days. And, you guys out there tell me what you think. If there's anything there's a value in this video, let me know. And if there's going to be anything that I can do in the future to make this hunt a little bit easier, let me know, because there's a ton in here. And I'm gonna be good. I'm gonna go ahead and close it up and not go through it until the next video. All right, so you guys have a great day, and hopefully we will talk later. Take it easy.